I got some helpful comments on my last video of driving my Model A. Tips on how to better start it when it's cold and how to prevent grinding the gears. I'm going to try out some of those suggestions and see if I can make this work better. First, I need to open up the two fuel valves, one in the engine compartment and the other in the cab. When I start the engine, I'll be adjusting the throttle lever and the choke. This is the throttle lever on the steering column. Basically functions as changing the engine idle speed. Higher speed, lower speed. This black rod here goes to the throttle lever and connects to the carburetor. If it's set too high, you will grind gears. And this is the choke adjustment. It's on the passenger side under the dash. To increase the fuel mixture, you pull it up. To decrease it, you push it down. The aluminum colored rod goes to the choke. The small button to the right of the steering column is the starter button. The middle button with no paint left on it is the accelerator button. The circular thing next to it is a footrest. It's just a little post. Okay, let's see if we can get the Model A started right up using a few of these tips. Push the clutch. Make sure it's in neutral. Turn the key on. I'm going to advance the throttle a little bit inside here and pull out the choke. Okay. Seems like you have to hold it there. Let's see what happens. Wow. I started much quicker. A little rough. Let it run a while. Running rough. Increase the throttle a little bit. There we go. Now it's starting to purr. Well, that started up easier anyway. But the choke is spring loaded and you can't leave it in the out position. So I pull it a little bit. Yeah. I wonder if there's a way to lock it in a position. Let it warm up for a few minutes. I'm going to turn down the throttle here so I can back it out. From what I've read, it needs to be almost to the point of stall. Reverse. All's good so far. I'm just going to drive around the neighborhood in first gear to get the transmission and the differential warmed up. And all's clear. First gear. Hard to do with one hand. I'm going to leave it in first gear for several blocks. I feel like I want to shift it, but I know all I'll do is grind it. So let's give it some time. No rush. After all, this vehicle's over 90 years old. Had a little bit of backfire coming down the hill. All right, let's see if I can shift it. go into second. And to ride the clutch a little bit there, but so be it. All right, let's see what we can do here. I think it's warmed up now. Nope. Let's get it in second. Sounds like a truck.
Sounds like I'm on the way.
Now I know what I'm doing wrong with the gear shifting. You just should be barely moving the vehicle when you shift gears. I have the habit of going up to speed like I used to shift with my Toyota pickup. So let's give it a shot.
Clear on the right.
Okay. First gear.
Is the brake released?
Yep.
Yay.
Barely moving and shift. Smooth as butter. Barely moving, shift. You don't even hear it. That's the ticket. Shift when it's barely moving. Let's try that again here in the shade. Alright, so down the first gear after I'm stopped. Smooth. Second gear to third. Beautiful. And also the differential and the transmission are warmed up after 15-20 minutes of riding around frustrated. Alright, let's practice this again. First gear. Smooth. And the third. Oops, that was a little premature. Alright, you gotta listen to the RPM. Alright, let me stop and try that one more time. First I'll make sure that the engine throttle is not set too high. I'm gonna go through the shifting of 3 gears again. See if I can do it smooth. Oops, a little premature. There we go. That'll work. Perfect day for practicing driving a Model